Lester Cotton hurt? We didn't see him in there. It was some field goal situations.
I think I said the other day that we're trying some people at that position, and Lester missed some reps, because of his concussion a few weeks ago, and he was in a black shirt all week this week, and he knew that he could play in the game, but he didn't take as many reps in practice, and we said we're going to just take a look at some other guys playing that position right now, and he was cleared to play in the game, and he did play some in the game, so we've been wanting to try Corbin in there all year just to see how he would do, and it'll be interesting to see how those guys did at right guard.
Back over to the right side for Rachel.
Coach, I have two questions for you. First one is, if you were to give a game ball to a player or a unit without watching the film, is there somebody or a unit that stuck out to you today?
Well, I'm not big on doing that kind of stuff. We did give Eddie the game ball after the LSU game, and the players wanted to do that. I wanted to do it. He went on a trip with us. The team means a lot to him, and we miss him a lot. I guess if you went on statistics, you'd have to say the quarterback did a really good job today, but I think he'd be the first guy to tell you that, the other 10 guys that he plays with did a really good job too. So we talk about standard, and we talk about team, and we talk about togetherness, and we talk about everybody doing their job. So we're not big on singling out people that, when I feel like there's a lot of people that did a really good job today.
My last question is there any joy taken for you personally on the sideline when you see the backups get in and do so well in who you chose in the recruiting process and the coaches that you chose and how they coached? Do you take joy in that?
Well, I love it when we get to play a lot of players. I know these guys work hard, and they prepare every week for the game, and they know they're one play away from maybe getting the opportunity to play, and they go for 3 or 4 or 5 weeks, and they don't really get to play that much. And so it's always good for them to go out there and get experience, and it's good for our team that they get the opportunity to go out and play because they develop confidence. I think it makes them more aware of what they need to do to prepare for a game, because some of these guys may have to play somewhere down the road, and I think that experience will be invaluable for them.
Let's stay over there with Aaron.
You said you sat with Jalen this week, talked about some stuff he was missing in the passing game. Obviously, you haven't watched the film, but what did you do today to make it effective?
You guys, I didn't say stuff he was missing in the passing game. I said we just took some plays and looked at them and said, what we were supposed to do here and what do we do, and we got to have a lot of positive self-talk, but we also got to learn lessons about doing specific things to execute the offense, and that's what we talked about. Just like I never said I didn't vote, which you all now, that's like a big news story all over the country. I said I got an absentee ballot. Tuesday's our biggest work day and game plan day, and I forgot it was election day until I got home at 11 o'clock at night. So I don't know how all these things get sort of twisted around. I guess it makes a better story.
What made Jalen effective today?
So we really didn't talk about the passing game. I mean, I think one of the things that we wanted to do this week is, we had a good plan, and we wanted to focus more on better preparation and maybe some extra meeting time, so he felt more confident in his understanding of what the expectation of what he needed to do was, and I think that paid off, and hopefully, we'll be able to continue to do that and continue to improve from that standpoint.
Go back in the back with Scott.
Probably an unfair question before you get to see the video, but were they first reads or progressions that you saw on the passing game going downfield to those guys you wanted to get the ball to, the playmakers?
Yeah, I thought he did a good job. I think that, the interception that he threw, the receiver was supposed to go underneath, which is what he expected him to do, and the guy kind of cut the receiver off. So, when you're throwing in long balls, you got to anticipate, and it looked like a bad throw, but really was a combination of not getting things, accomplished in the route running like he anticipated. So, but I thought he made a lot of good throws today, and I thought that the explosive plays were, huge in the game.